The Disney schedule is totally askew. Everything is getting moved around. Everything is getting delayed. Agatha got a name change. All sorts of stuff is happening. But I want to ask you, what is going on with these projects? Okay, scroll down here. Ironheart, Daredevil, Wonder Man. I know. I know. You can't wait for Ironheart. I mean, you're dying, right? Ironheart originally planned for a 2023 release following the Wakanda Forever genius Riri Williams no longer has a target date. Golly, talk about sucking up the pop verse. Oh, that's them, not me. It's not my website, just so you know. Yeah, it's called The Pop Verse, and it's pop verse, not pop's verse. Shame on them. Riri Williams is an unsufferable character in the comic books. Like it is. I haven't done reviews and review. You guys asked me to. I know. I didn't forget back when Wakanda Forever came out, and there was a little poll. And yes, I did do Namor, and I did do some stuff. I couldn't get through these books. She is awful. It is awful and off-putting. So, is it been canceled? I don't know. I know that it doesn't have a target date, and I know they haven't really done a whole lot, and I know there's not a market for her. That's what I know. Daredevil Born Again. This quote, this dark continuation. Does anyone believe that? Does anyone believe it's a dark continuation? Or do we believe this is a continuation of the She-Hulk Daredevil? Because that's what I think. This is not a dark continuation at all. This dark continuation of the original Netflix Marvel series has halted production, meaning its expected release date of spring 24, but it's no longer on the table. So, I don't know. I wouldn't expect. Here's what I would expect with that one. I expect them to still do it because it was being used as a gateway to get Punisher and some other stuff sort of off the ground. Daredevil is really like an open thing. Everyone loves Kingpin, Daredevil. You can obviously tie Echo in. You can tie other Marvel MCU characters in. Daredevil is really an easy one to use as a springboard of other characters and introductions into the MCU writ large. The thing is, everyone knows who Daredevil is. The Netflix series is big enough that it has a built-in audience. It was slated to have a massive schedule of like 18 episodes, I believe. And I think that what we're going to see here, it will get released, but it's going to be drastically reduced. They're going to bring that back down to the normal scope under Bob Iger. There's no way they're going to risk that much money on it because there's not that much cost benefit in it. There's just not. I would like to see this show be no longer than 8. Really would prefer it to be 6, but I think that's just I'm being greedy with actually wanting a good story and 3 hours of content. But reality is, at least for now, that's also sort of in a gray area. We don't know what's happening. Last but not least on this list was Wonder Man. And finally, this Yahya Abdul Mateen. I have no idea I say that right every time I hesitate. Vehicle. I hate when they call movies vehicles. It's so stupid. No official release date, but there's delays. We can expect that. But since its production is also hearted, it will take even longer to come to Disney Plus. A race-swapped Wonder Man has no appeal to anyone. No. So I don't know what you're going to do. It's not a reflection of Yahya. I sure wish they had cast Yahya as a different character. There's no reason to believe that he wouldn't have been a great Bishop character. It would have worked just fine. But you know me, I like comic accurate adaptations, and that's not what they're going to do. So, what are you thinking on all of this? I think they're broke. I think they're really struggling. They're bleeding subscribers. The press has been brutal on them. Their share prices plummeted. So it means they're losing market capital. Everything since Black Widow has been a struggle, if not a flop or a complete disaster. I think that they have to know that they can't keep just throwing everything against the wall. It just can't. They just can't keep making content for content's sake. There's nothing about an Ahsoka show that's bringing in subscribers. There's nothing about the thought of an Ironheart show that's like, oh my gosh, that's going to bring in 1 million subscribers. Now, Daredevil might be the exception to the rule amongst the three we talked about. But there's nothing about Wonder Man, and everyone's going to see. So even the most interested, sort of nuanced person will start to have trigger points where they'll go, "Wait, that's the original Wonder Man." And is this Wonder Man going to be called Simon, or they're going to change his name? That's what I want to know. Like, how far will you go, Disney, to irritate the fans, irritate the people in the market? I don't know. I won't say these won't ever get made. The Ironheart actress is obviously under contract. Doesn't do you any good unless there's a buyout on it that you can just keep her around. You might as well do something with her. I'm not even saying I want it to be done, but I can see from a business standpoint, you've got it locked in. A 6-episode series that comes out late 2024, right before some other film, maybe. But Lord help us. That's the latest, though. And at least it should put a yellow flag on all of those of they may not get done, or they could at least be tabled for quite a while. That's my thoughts on it. So love to hear from you guys. There's a lot of speculation in this one. This is not one where I have a lot of feedback from folks. Disney's trying to kind of holding this a little close to the vest, but not. They're showing some cards, but not too much. So it's hard to really parse out what's actually going on here. So anyway, there we are. We're all caught up. Talk to you guys soon. Take care, everybody. Bye, Pops.
Yeah. Right?